Greetings and infinite blessings to all my beautiful friends out there. We are here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and please forgive me. Yesterday we did lesson 66 when we should have been doing lesson 65. My pages were stuck together, so when I turned the page, so I was able to undo that, correct that error, and now we're going to do lesson 65 this morning. So let's jump right into it. Lesson 65, my only function is the one God gave me. The idea for today reaffirms your commitment to salvation. It also reminds you that you have no function other than that. Both these thoughts are obviously necessary for a total commitment. Salvation cannot be the only purpose you hold while you still cherish others. The full acceptance of salvation as your only function necessarily entails two phases: the recognition of salvation as your function and the relinquishment of all other goals you have invented for yourself. This is the only way in which you can take your rightful place among the saviors of the world. This is the only way in which you can say and mean, my only function is the one God gave me. This is the only way in which you can find peace of mind. Today, and for a number of days to follow, set aside 10 to 15 minutes for a more sustained practice period in which you try to understand and accept what the idea for the day really means. Today's idea offers you escape from all your perceived difficulties. It places the key to the door of peace, which you have closed upon yourself in your own hands. It gives you the answer to all the searching you have done since time began. Try, if possible, to undertake the daily extended practice periods at the same time each day. Try also to determine this time in advance, and then adhere to it as closely as possible. The purpose of this is to arrange your day so that you have set apart the time for God, as well as for all the trivial purposes and goals you will pursue. This is part of the long-range disciplinary training your mind needs so that the Holy Spirit can use it consistently for the purpose He shares with you. For the longer practice period, begin by reviewing the idea for the day, then close your eyes. Repeat the idea to yourself once again, and watch your mind carefully to catch whatever thoughts cross it. At first, make no attempt to concentrate only thoughts related to the idea for the day. Rather, try to uncover each thought that arises to interfere with it. Note each one as it comes to you with as little involvement or concern as possible, dismissing each one by telling yourself, this thought reflects a goal that is preventing me from accepting my only function. After a while, interfering thoughts will become harder to find. Try, however, to continue a minute or so longer, attempting to catch a few of the idle thoughts that escaped your attention before, but do not strain or make undue effort in doing this. Then tell yourself, on this clean slate, let my true function be written for me. You do not need to use these exact words, but try to get the sense of being willing to have your illusions of purpose be replaced by truth. Finally, repeat the idea for today once more and devote the rest of the practice period to trying to focus on its importance to you, the relief its acceptance will bring you by resolving your conflicts once and for all, and the extent to which you really want salvation in spite of your own foolish ideas to the contrary. In the shorter practice periods, which should be undertaken at least once an hour, use this form in applying today's idea. My only function is the one God gave me. I want no other, and I have no other. Sometimes close your eyes as you practice this, and sometimes keep them open and look about you. It is what you see now that will be totally changed when you accept today's idea completely. And that is our lesson for today. My only function is the one God gave me. So I have to tell you guys, when I was doing this meditation this morning before making the video, the images that were coming to me, well, first, it's funny, I got woken up last night. So this thought came to me during the meditation. Oh, hello, B. There's a man, a Russian man, who's in a villa kind of near where I'm staying. And I got up to pee. I went back to sleep and started having a dream. And the person I was talking to in the dream started speaking Russian. And I was like, what? I don't understand you. And then I woke up and realized that this man was on the phone and he was outside. It was like 1:41 in the morning because I looked at my clock. I'm like, oh my goodness. And so it gave me a perfect chance to do a little forgiveness practice, because the first part of me wanted to be like, oh, he's inconsiderate, he's being a dick, you know, like that came up, right? And then I thought, oh, wait a second. I want to see the face of God and see the innocent, pure heart in him. And I found earplugs that were given to me. So I put the earplugs in and I could hear him talking for like 2 more minutes, and then it was silent. And it was actually great to have the earplugs because all the nature sounds and everything went away, and I fell asleep completely and slept hard for a few hours. So that was awesome. So anyway, as I was doing this meditation, that thought came up again, like, you know, am I going to join the bandwagon of people complaining about him? Because, anyway, that's been happening here. Or, you know, am I just going to accept that, you know, not everybody is doing things exactly the way that I do, but also, regardless of that, like, he's showing me something about me, and what is it that I can look at about myself that's inconsiderate and that's being a dick, you know? Sorry for the language, but it's just how it comes up in my mind. So that was interesting. And then, so in this meditation, it kept going forward, and I got this image of, oh, it was so beautiful. It was like I was an angel, and I was on this like cliff ledge, and I just leaned forward and began to fly, and there were these big wings, and my hands were these beams of light, and they were just like shining light all over the countryside or the valley where I was flying over. And then I became some kind of a bird, and then I became an owl, and then I landed on a really, really tall tree, and I was just looking around, and everything was so like almost like whitewashed. Like, it was just so bright. There was like a town beneath me, and everything had this like beautiful iridescent glimmer to it. And the thought that was coming to me was, this is what God sees. So all of the drama and the turmoil and the problems of the world are literally invisible to God. That was the message that I was getting. And I was like, wow. And then that image closed out, and I got up and jumped in the shower. So anyway, that's what came to me when I was doing this. And I think that as far as it stands right now, the things that are competing in my mind are just like planning factors for the next several months and year of my life, because I'm thinking of moving and, once again, downsizing my belongings, perhaps buying a different vehicle that I may be living in a little bit. I don't know. So some of those things are coming up for me, and not in an anxiety way, but just in a list of things when I close my eyes and go into meditation. So I was so happy that my mind took me to this other place where I didn't start thinking about that to-do list. So hopefully that happens for you as well. You may think that your to-do list will pop up, but who knows? Maybe you'll get a message from the Holy Spirit, which I feel like that's what that was for me this morning. So I love you all very much. I'm on day 4, or no, wait, I think today's day 5 of drinking only water. I'm feeling really good. I can tell I have a little less energy. If I stand up too quickly, I'm a little like, woo, you get a funny feeling. I'm like, some old injuries are revisiting me. I'm having a little pain in my hand. I had a basketball injury in like middle school. I mean, I don't know if that's what this is, but it just feels like that's where it was. My shoulder's hurting, and I hurt that several years ago. my mouth tastes really funny because like a lot of your toxins and things appear on your tongue. And so yeah, I'm having like taste issues. Like yesterday it was very metallic, and today it's kind of like, I don't know, just like chalky and I don't know, my tongue just feels like a brush on the top of my mouth. So weird sensations. I am losing weight. At this point we get weighed every morning. So the first 4 days, I lost like 5 pounds, maybe 6 pounds, and I'm already pretty lean. So that is in my mind a little bit like, oh my God, am I going to be this skeleton by the end of this? I don't think so, because I think the body is utilizing the extra fat that's in my, that's on me to do whatever it needs to do the work that it needs to do. I've also noticed that my heart is beating a lot. Like I can really notice it a lot. It feels a little faster. But I don't feel any anxiety or fear or pain or anything. So yeah, those are the things that I'm noticing about this experience. And then of course, hanging around with all my friends who are going through this, they're having similar and some very different experiences. Some people are really hurting. Like there are people who were just kind of eating a regular standard diet and literally had a beer on the plane on the way here, and they're going through a much deeper, different kind of detox than me. So it feels good to kind of care for other people that are having a harder time with this experience than I am. But otherwise, yeah, things are going well. And oh, and yesterday I did have a sore throat for a couple of hours, which right now I don't feel it at all. So that kind of took care of itself. So, all right, well, that's about all I've got today. Again, I apologize for the switcheroo on the videos, but tomorrow we'll be doing 67, and I will make a point to look at the number before I just start reading and pay more attention to that. So thank you so much for joining me and being with me during this experience. I love you all. Good luck to you today, and choose a great time to do your meditations and try to stick to that and see how the ego tells you, no, 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 no. You don't want to guarantee time to that stupid blue book. It will say that. Okay, everyone, have a great day, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow.